So here's where we need the green flame. As soon as I find the box that's buried in here, can you kill that skeleton? As soon as I dig this up, some skeletons are going to spawn, and one of them's going to be green, but he's going to be a phantom. So the only way to make him so you can kill him is to hold your lantern up like this, and then that'll make him solid, and then you can kill him. And he's important because he drops an Athena skull. So we definitely want to get that. So 6 paces north. Yeah, that's an Athena skull. No, he's my friend. No, but he's French, so he's everybody's friend. Yeah. Alright, let's go back to the ship. Oh yeah, that's for the... Yeah, that's just regular loot for the gold hoarders. So the only thing that we got here was this Athena skull, but that's okay. Alright, let's go back to the ship. Just put all the regular stuff up at the bow, and Athena stuff we can keep downstairs. You know, in that rowboat, one guy drops off with the rowboat, and the guys on the ship lead them away, and that guy rows to an outpost and sells the Athena stuff. That way, you know, at least if the battle goes wrong, you don't lose your Athena. So actually, I'll just put the Athena box in the rowboat now, just in case. Well, we're only going to sell Athena from the rowboat if we get attacked by another ship. One person will go to the outpost and sell while the other guys dodge the other boat until the stuff's sold, then we can fight. Well, Thieves Haven is just an island, and it's part of this mission. So the closest outpost to here is Plunder, which is just a little bit northwest of here. So yeah, for example, if another ship rolled up on us here, one person would get in the rowboat, beeline over to Plunder and sell, while the other guys lead that boat away. Then once it's sold, the guy comes back and then you can start the fight. Also, when you're cooking food, just make sure you keep an eye on it, because if it gets burnt, then it'll light the ship on fire. Which isn't such a big deal, but if you can avoid it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's a cool one because you get park inside, and it kind of like blocks you from view. And if anybody does roll up, there's 3 ways that you can get out. So they kind of have to like pick how they're gonna attack you, and you just have more options in here to, you know, avoid the battle, at least in the short term. But you have to be careful if they come in here and, you know, board your ship. If they're really good PvP players, then yeah, you might have big problems. You might never leave. Alright. Yeah. If you need to make a fast getaway, having the anchor up is is good. You can use those harpoons as an anchor, but they're just faster to pull up. So anyway, if you want to follow me up here, we can start digging up top with the boxes that are up here. Crypto's gonna watch the ship for us. Yeah, there's 3 lamp ladders that you have to climb to get up to the top here. Or you can fire yourself up with a cannon. So yeah, it's not easy doing these digs on here. It's kind of confusing, but yeah, just try to find landmarks and do the best you can. The more you do it, the more you kind of know where stuff lays and. Yeah, I think there is one up here in front of this. Yeah, you can just you can drop it down. You know, go over there and drop it down to the boat, and then keep looking for other stuff. Yeah, I'm still up here. There's a gem over here you can pick up. Yeah, gem's right here. You can take that back to the ship if you want. Ah, yeah. It's yeah. I wouldn't. I'll try to harpoon it, but it's not really worth that much. Yeah, so now we're halfway there. We just have to do one more riddle and then come back here for 9 more digs, and then we're done. I hate that one. We're headed for it now. It's marked on the map. So this one, kind of like that last riddle, there'll be a special skeleton spawn, and there'll be a red one, so you need the red flame down here. You hold your lantern up to it and push F. Yeah, it's this one over here. More often than not, the final part of it is over on the East Island, but not always. But yeah, we have like 4 or 5 clues to do. So we'll jump off here and just start doing them. Yeah, I did. And the 3 skull thing is over here. I've been here before. Okay, so this is the riddle right here. Hmm? Oh right, yeah. The poison wears off after a few minutes or a few seconds. So this is the 3 skull thing right here. Yeah, well that's part of the riddle. No, you have to stand here, and then from here it says go 7 paces east by northeast. So then take out your compass. We have to fight these skeletons first. Yeah, you left clicked. Well, the box is right here where you're standing. You just need to dig it up. Yeah, put that in the box. Put the skull in the box there. And then, well. Yeah. Where is the ship? First, take the brimstone thing out of it. And just put that brimstone thing up front with the other one. Yeah, so we're just keeping all our Athena loot in that rowboat there in case we need to detach and do the plan. But so far, we haven't seen anybody, so no worries. Yeah, if you look at the map of Thieves Haven now, there's 9 X marks the spots. When we finish those, we're done with the mission. Well, the way it works is that the run has 5 phases. The first phase is 3 X marks the spots, a riddle for the second phase, 6 X marks the spots, a riddle for the fourth phase, and the final phase is this X marks the spot, which is 9. So it just keeps multiplying, 3, 6, 9. But you don't get Athena treasure every time. Out of those digs, you might get, 2 or 3 pieces. Except for the first one, you usually only get 1. And there's... What, come again? Oh, this is the last phase. This is phase 5. We have Athena loot now. We've been collecting it the whole time. Right now we have 7 pieces of Athena loot, which we're gonna get double gold and double XP for. So for you, if you just started today, then this might put you up like 1 or 2 levels, because you're at level 1 now, I think. I think the Athena missions are equally hard because the only people that can buy them are pirate legends. So yeah, I mean, in a sense, yeah, you You couldn't do this by yourself if you're not a pirate legend. So. No, you can do them. You just can't buy them. Well, yeah, 3 of them. It doesn't matter which 3. So I mean, it could be Hunter's Call, Reapers, and Merchants. But most people pick Merchants, Order of Souls, and Gold Hoarders because those are the easiest. Especially with an event like this where you're like double gold and double XP. You can probably do it in about 12 hours. Come again? In this game, yeah. I mean, don't put that on your resume. Nobody will believe you. Nobody's gonna give you a job if you're a pirate legend. Unless, of course, you're applying for a job with other pirates. I don't know. Yeah, you might do that. Have you ever been to Somalia? Might be a nice place, and you could be a pirate there, I think. Who put that there? I didn't see that last time we were here. Somebody's been doing some DIY since the last time we've been here. Oh, well yeah, if you dig them up, they disappear. So like, watch, he's gonna dig one up here in a minute, and there'll only be 8 left when he does that. But we don't have to. I mean, if we want to finish the mission, yeah. Alright, so I'll go to this, land one back here. What happened? Yeah, that's why you should always wait until they get out of the ground because they often do spawn in twos and threes. No, no, man. You can play with anybody around the world. It's good for breaking down borders. You know, we're just all one big happy family, and sometimes we're dysfunctional, just like a family. Also, just kind of scout around if you're near the edge and can see the ocean. Just make sure there's no other ships coming in. Yeah, he's going for it now. But you can help him if you want. You can grab that sapphire if you want. He just dropped it right by you. Oh, up. Okay. Oh, it's right there up on the second cliff. Ah, nice. Oh, hey guys, we gotta go. There's a ship coming in. Or I see a ship to the north of us. Alright, well, we need to hurry. It looks like maybe the sloop is going for the Reaper chest. We're not coming this way at the moment. Yeah, I see it. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is the time where things always go sideways. Yeah, I see another ship to the north too. We need to go. I wouldn't worry about rubies or any other thing else. Okay, just FYI, we got a boat coming for us. I'll just wait till he comes back. Yeah, we should exit to the south and swing around so that they can't see us. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe put chain shot in the front too, and regular ones in the back. That's a big fish. It's called a Megalodon. But we're not going to worry about him because he's going to despawn as soon as we get close to the outpost. Yeah, don't sell the gems. We're going to do those at a seaport. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, raise all the sails. Raise all the sails. We're close. Okay, you guys do the stuff in the rowboat. I'm gonna do the powder kegs. Yeah, the Athena ones, yeah. Just sell all the Athena stuff first. Well, it just the more you play the game, the more you have access to different skins and stuff. To the man in the back of the bar. Yeah, that's Crypto's design. Yeah, don't sell the gems here. We're gonna sell those at another place because Hunter's Call rep is really hard to level. You can sell anything else at its normal place, like these magma grails. They go to the gold hoarders. If there's a chest or something on here, you can sell it there too. Me, I got about 5.5 mil.
Come back for a chat anytime.
How's it going?
Yeah, no worry, man. It's always good to play with new players. Keeps things fresh. Yeah, well, you're gonna you're gonna meet a lot of dicks in this game, so don't let it discourage you. It's okay to get irritated, but don't stop playing because of them. Hey, so we're gonna do a Devil's Roar, Athena. You haven't done that one before, I imagine, so that's fun. All right, Psycho, are you continuing on, or you calling it a night? You're done? Oh, you're down. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, man. Well, we're in Japan, so it's like, 10 o'clock and Saturday night. Yeah. But we're not Japanese. My friend is French, and I'm from California.
Take it easy.
Right? In the morning when you get up, you say, "Hey, Mom, cook me some eggs." And you don't say put some shrimp on the barbie. You got a rivalry with those guys, right? Oh well, if you're on the land, you go to the different shops, and outside they have a box that you can access your theme. But if you're on the ship, you can do it down below. There's different boxes, like a clothing box and an equipment box and so forth. Yeah, so you can change that in the equipment box. Alright. Alright, hang on. Alright, everything's marked on the map. I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm back, gentlemen. Yeah, I didn't see it either. Sometimes they just announce it, and it doesn't. Well, then I don't know. Maybe it's just. There you go.
Wait, 27? What? Ah, okay, but we got the maintenance, so we got.
So doing missions over here is good and bad. The good point is not many people come over here. The bad point is there's volcanoes. Well, not if you're not close to them. But if you're too close, then it can be. Because they will mess up your ship in a bad way. In a fiery way. Well, that looks pretty nice. It glows. So if you're scared of the dark, that's the perfect gun. I like having a nightlight. What does it mean? You mean his name? Oh. Oh no, biblioteca is a library. But that's... I think that's Spanish. That's not French. Is it French?
It's almost the same as biblioteca in Spain.
Oh, okay. He said the French invented it and the Spanish stole it. They use it. It's just that the French have invented everything and everybody else has stolen it.
They became Italy, you know.
Yeah, they did. I studied Latin for 1 year. Yeah, it's kind of a boring language though. But yeah, definitely if you like go around spitting it all the time, nobody's gonna understand what you're saying. So you can like say all kinds of things to people, and they're just like, "What?" And you say, "Well, that was a compliment," but actually, you're saying you stink. You're very, very stinky. And they're like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "Oh, I was just paying you a compliment in Latin." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Well, thank you very much." Yeah, well, I think even like the modern religious people use it. Maybe like the Catholic people do. So yeah, if you want to become a priest, well, there you go. You got a head start. You can put that on your resume. Looks way better than pirate. And when you put pirate on your resume, people are like, I don't know about that guy. It's like, I like keeping my peanut butter sandwich in the refrigerator. And he's a pirate. I'm gonna say it means lollipops, but it's just a guess. And maybe that was the original name for lollipops. Yeah, I'm a little bit psychic, a little bit genius. It's not an outpost yet, but if you're entrepreneurial, you could set one up here. And I imagine it would be really popular. Oh, and FYI, the ground explodes, shoots you way up in the air and causes damage, so watch out for that. Yeah, he took a course, and he brags about it all the time. I was thinking about doing it, but I just don't have the cash. Oh, we don't sell anything here. We're trying to do this riddle here. First riddle was right here. Yeah, so there's like 3 rings here. There's gonna be a scarecrow in one of these rings. Yeah, so I'll hit the top one up here. Oh, here's. Yeah, they're different things. They usually have skulls though. Oh, okay. I know where he's at. Yeah, I think the greedy looter is around here somewhere, stuck between a rock, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's just like magma. Those are like magma crystals. There's probably some in this rowboat over here. Yeah, if you... Yeah, if you open the inventory of that boat over there, there's probably food in. If you stand in this boat here and press R, oh no, he got it. We're good. There's probably some food in these barrels here. Alright. Yeah, we'll just hit him in the most logical order, I guess. Yeah, it's maybe just north of us here. Yeah, this is a cool island because this is where Satan has all of his vending machines. So you can buy, you can buy Hell's Cola here. And the Devil's vending machines here. There's like different types of soda and stuff. That's why it's called Devil's Thirst. But they're not easy to find. Like you really, really have to search hard. They don't always spawn, so I can't make any promises. But yeah, it's those little Easter eggs that make you appreciate the game. Come again? Yeah, that's the one up there. You know, I've had it for so long. I got it sometime last year. I'm not exactly sure. But I think somebody else asked me about it, and it's the Soul Flame sword. So I think there was some kind of like Soul Flame event, and that's how I got it. But anything that's event related like that, you can get it later from the woman by the bar. And there's like all the stuff that's come out. Well, not all the stuff, but most of the stuff that's come out through the years. Some of it's really pricey. Yeah, crypto said, just use your mom's credit card and go to the Emporium. She likes it when you do that. She opens up her credit card statement and it's like 20 cats. It's like, what? When did I buy 20 cats? And a monkey. We don't even have a monkey. When did I buy a monkey? Yeah, pick it up. It does look like it, but if you look at it carefully, it doesn't have any purple on it. The Athena one has to have purple on it. Because that's Athena's favorite color. Sometimes. Yeah, she comes and goes. Materializes in different ways. Some people say it's a figment of somebody's imagination. I'm open to anything. I think anything's possible. If you can think it, you can do it. So this one's gonna be like a tent or something. Look for like a hobo's house. Oh, that's like saying 5 steps. Yeah. What level are you on? Yeah. See, just sailing around, you can get it to 100. You don't really have to do anything for the battle pass. Oh yeah, there were probably some things on there. And plus, like, killing skeletons increases your renown. That's what they call the leveling of the battle pass, is gaining renown. So yeah, every time... Go ahead. I was just gonna say, every time you kill a skeleton or sail a nautical mile, it increases the level of... Not the level of your battle pass, but it makes progress towards the next level. So I don't know how many it takes, but let's just say for argument's sake that 20 skeletons will get you 1 level. There you go. We probably killed 100 or more skeletons since we've been sailing around. Oh, is that a skeleton galleon over there? Yeah, we won't aggro that galleon, I don't think. If you just... Yeah, generally if you're parked, the skeletons don't fire upon you. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. But you know, if you just park on the back side of this sea post, the fireballs can't reach you. Here they can, but just behind it they can't. You can't sell that here. Well, only gems you can sell here.
There's the name. Trading the game. Enjoy your incredible bargains.
can of fish. Hey, let me tell you about the time.
Welcome to Roaring Traders. See you later.
No. Is that a TV show? Ah. Does he do any magic? Is it like Lord of the Rings? That kind of thing? Oh, I see. I'm kind of bored of the rings. No, to southwest. I mean, northwest, sorry. Towards the skull. Yeah, there's a part of the mission over here that we don't really do, but you still have to pick up the boxes to cancel it, so that's what I'm doing. Plus, it's a little hot over here. I felt like a little bit of a swim, you know? It's a nice day and all, and humidity's up, so why not? Yeah. Yeah, we might have finished with the riddles. That was 2 of them. Hi, Psycho. Just ferry back. We already have a rowboat. Yeah, you might need to swim in a little bit. Are you talking about that big ship? Yeah, it's a skeleton. Yeah. We may have to fight him, but if we can avoid it, that would be the smarter thing to do. Oh yeah, I mean they're worth some cash, especially this weekend. But and they go towards the commendation. So if you ever decide that you want commendations, that'll be one that you're working towards there. Well, you know how there's like achievements, like for Xbox and Steam? Well, there's also in-game achievements called commendations. And some of those are also achievements, but a lot of them aren't. They're just in-game achievements, but yeah, some people I like them. I've done a lot of them, over the last year, so. But I've kind of gotten to the point where the other ones are just so grindy that I'm kind of back and forth whether I really want to do them or not. If I get them, great. If not, so what? come revive you. Oh yeah, that happened to another guy last night.
Make it quick.
Well, we could sell them, but if we get to level 5, we'll get more money and more rep. So, and plus, when this is over, there's a really expensive chest. It's gonna net us a lot of money. That's called the Chest of Legends, and that's the whole reason we're doing this mission, is to get that thing. This isn't the only way to get it, but this may be the safest way to get it. That's our delivery. The next place that we have to go, we have to deliver these things here. Usually we wouldn't do that, but since we're going there anyway, it makes sense to do it. This one's Ruby Falls. The delivery and the well, the delivery's already been marked off, and the X marks the spot. Yeah, we're on timetable. Which one? He's a person. No, he's at Fetcher's Rest. He's the merchant there. Yep. Yeah, if possible, don't put the cloth in the water. Harpoon it. Alright, Psycho, so we have 4 captains we gotta battle here. Yeah, we have 2 missions left. One of them is a dig, and the other one is a captain fight. And for the captain fight is here on this island. Oh no, that's not part of our mission. That was just a random that popped up. Yeah, they're over here. We can hear the music. Yeah, plus I'm gonna need help with these guys. There's like 1 million of them, and half of them have blunderbusses. Oh, I died. No, don't do it. Wait, he's going to get the skulls. Oh, you can just leave that up towards the front there. Yeah, new players always like to put stuff down in the bottom, but it's actually better to keep it just up here in the front. That way, if you need to offload quickly, you can do it. Yeah, we're going to Flint Rock Peninsula to do the 4 digs, and then that'll give us our last high price box, which hopefully will be close. That should get us to level 5, and then we can go sell, make a ton of rep.
Avatar is not a kid's show. I realized that while making this video, because there are so many deaths in this franchise. Since making a video marking every death in Harry Potter and Hunger Games, a bunch of you asked me to make one for Avatar The Last Airbender, and these are pretty fun to make, so I thought, why not? I'm going to mark every death in Avatar The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra, all of the Avatar graphic novels, all of the tie-in comics, and all of the books and novels, and I'm going to put it all in chronological order. This timeline will go over more than 10,000 years, so it's safe to say this took me a long time to put together. Before we start, there are going to be spoilers. Everything that is on the screen right now is what I went through to make this video and what will be spoiled in this video. If you haven't seen or read some of these, I split the video up into sections so you can easily skip over it. Now that that's out of the way, let's get this video started. So the first encounter we have of death in the Avatar timeline is actually the children victim of the warlord named Thives. This was long before the Fire Nation came into existence, and Thives ruled over what was then called the Fire Islands. The warlord demanded annual tribute from all of the villages in his territory, and when one village refused, he taught them a lesson by kidnapping all of the children. The kids were never seen again, which we can assume means that Taz also called this over more. I thought, why not? I'm going to mark every death in Avatar The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra, all of the Avatar graphic novels, all of the tie-in comics, and all of the books and novels, and I'm going to put it all in chronological order. This timeline will go over more than 10,000 years, so it's safe to say this took me a long time to put together. Before we start, there are going to be spoilers. Everything that is on the screen right now is what I went through to make this video and what will be spoiled in this video. If you haven't seen or read some of these, I split the video up into sections so you can easily skip over it. Now that that's out of the way, let's get this video started. So the first encounter we have of death in the Avatar timeline is actually the children victim of the warlord Thives. This was long before the Fire Nation came into existence, and Thives ruled over what was then called the Fire Islands. The warlord demanded annual tributes from all of the villages in his territory, and when one village refused, he taught them a lesson by kidnapping all of the children. The kids were never seen again, which we can assume means that Thives killed them. And that brings us to the next encounter we had with death. All of the mothers in that village that lost their children died of sadness, losing the will to live now that their kids were dead. Then that brings us to Thives himself. Soon after the mother's death, dark spirits called the Kimura Kage began to haunt Thives and his men. Every so often, the spirits would drift into the warlord's encampment in the middle of the night, and the next morning, a child would be gone. Out of fear, Thives' men abandoned him, and his regime collapsed. Thives eventually died all alone with nobody around him, forced to pay for all of the lives and families he ruined. Lady Tianhe was the next to lose her life. She was a spirit during the age when spirits still roamed the mortal world. She watched over some land that was eventually taken over by humans who made a city there, and Tianhe became very fascinated with the residents. Once a year, she would take the form of a human for a night and stroll the city's streets, and on one of these visits, she met the city's prince. She fell in love with him and decided that she always wanted to be with him. To make this happen, she willingly accepted her human form as permanent, knowing full well that it meant she would eventually experience human death. She married the prince, who later became king, and they lived in happiness for many years. After many years though, Lady Tianhe eventually lost her life. However, though her human form died, because she was a spirit, she simply took on a new form. Next, we have Jaya, Yao, and the Huntsman, who were friends of the first Avatar, Avatar Wan. In the Legend of Korra, we saw that they picked fights with spirits, and eventually one of those fights led to all of their deaths. Avatar Wan is next. He was of course the first Avatar, and after spending his life trying to make everyone live in peace, the daunting task was too much for one lifetime, and he died after participating in a wicked battle. He apologized to Raba for failing to bring balance to the game, but she assured him that they would always be together through all of his lifetimes, and they would never give up. And as the first Avatar died, the next one was born. After Wan's death, we have the death of most lion turtles, or the Ancient Ones. They were hunted to near extinction over the thousands of years following the start of the Avatar cycle, and only one remained, who we later saw interact with Aang. Guru Lahima is the next death. We learned about him from Zahir. He's an air nomad guru who discovered the secret to weightlessness, and this allowed him to unlock the airbending ability to flight. This allowed Lahima to become untethered from the earth, and he lived the last 40 years of his life without ever touching the ground again. And after Lahima, we have someone who actually shared the opposite view on life. His name was Shokin. He was an ancient philosopher around the same time as Lahima, but he was not as popular, as he had some controversial things to say, such as slaying the spirit of enlightenment if you meet it on your journey. He eventually died of old age, and after his death, he was considered to be very foolish to some, but very wise to others. But either way, both Avatar Kyoshi and Avatar Yang Chen both studied his works. Next, we have Shu. He was one of two people to become the first ever earthbenders alongside his lover Oma. You might know their story as the Cave of the Two Lovers. They used their earthbending to make elaborate tunnels to be together in secret, as their two villages were enemies. One day, however, Shu did not show up, and Oma learned that he had been killed in a battle that involved their two villages. Shu's legacy lived on, however, as his love Oma formed a new city, and combining the two names, they named it Omashu. Avatar Sito was next. He was an interesting avatar, as he opted for an extremely unusual approach. Instead of taking control himself, or forcibly trying to enforce his decision, which he of course could as the Avatar, he instead joined the Fire Nation's government and worked his way up. He advanced in the ranks according to his achievements rather than any of his birthdays, and eventually he was appointed Grand Advisor to the Fire Lord. With that title, he fixed the government financially and made it stable, which was needed desperately. He lived out his days serving the Fire Lord and working for the Fire Nation government until he died of old age, and he was reincarnated as Yang Chen. And that brings us to the next person to die in the timeline, Avatar Yang Chen. She was one of the best avatars in history, but like all avatars, she passed on. For Yang Chen, it was by old age, and she was reincarnated as the next avatar, Avatar Kuruk. Next is Umi. She was the love of Avatar Kuruk's life, and eventually the two got married. However, one day as she crossed the bridge, she was pulled down by an unseen force into the water. Kuruk jumped in after her, but he couldn't rescue her in time. The spirit known as Ko the Face Stealer had lured and trapped Umi forever to punish Kuruk for his arrogance. Now, technically she's not dead, but she may as well be. As of now, she was trapped for all eternity, and when Kuruk finally did face Ko, he did not destroy the spirit, because destroying the spirit would destroy Umi as well. But she's gone forever, doesn't have her body. As of right now, it's not coming back, so to me, that counts as dead. Avatar Kuruk was the next to die in the timeline. Kuruk died at the age of 33, making him the youngest avatar to lose his life. On his deathbed, he gathered his closest friends around him and told them to find the next avatar and do right by them. As I said, Kuruk continued to roam in the spirit world looking for Umi after his death. But I honestly think that if a human dies and goes to the spirit world without their mortal body, that should count as a death. Next is the Fifth Nation rulers and soldiers. The Fifth Nation was a group of pirates. We don't know the names of any that died, but we do know that a few of them were family members to a character named Tulok. To be more specific, Tulok's brothers and father, and their family ruled over the Fifth Nation. Breaking the treaty that Tulok's grandfather made, they invaded land that they were not supposed to, and they were met by an airbender named Kelsang, an old friend of Avatar Kuruk's. Kelsang summoned a storm that turned into a catastrophic typhoon, and it sunk most of the fleet's ships, killing Tulok's brothers, father, and most of the fleet. And now the next death, Tulok. After this disaster of a mission, Tulok kept his life by ensuring he never left the Eastern Sea again. And because of this, he ended up dying of old age, and passed down his title as leader of the Fifth Nation to his daughter Takaga. Next we have Sulang. She was a member of the Kyoso clan, and one day she met Fire Lord Cheru, who immediately became smitten with her. The Fire Lord ended up dropping his first wife so he could marry Sulang, but shortly after, Sulang died giving birth to their son. She told her husband to name her child Cheru, as the Zoan name was traditionally used by the Kyoso clan, and the Fire Lord granted her her last wish after she died, naming their son Cheru. And that brings us to Cheru's death. The Fire Lord died of old age and was remembered for the plentiful harvest during his reign, which came to an end after his death, and people began referring to him as Cheru of the Green Fields. His son Zoru then took the throne after his demise. And now we get to the parents of Avatar's creation. Their father Hart and mother Vesta both abandoned her when she was young, and they traveled with the group to but they both eventually died prematurely from a terrible fever. When Takaga, the leader of the Fifth Nation, set up a meeting with Yun, who everybody believed to be the Avatar, Takaga revealed her trap and went after Yun and his companions. This led to the death of one of Yun's men named Ama, who was a waterbender disguised as an earthbender. But the disguise did not fool Takaga, who impaled him with an icicle. Then we have the deaths of almost all of the Fifth Nation when Kyoshi sprang into action, using her earthbending to lift parts of the sea floor, destroying much of the fleet, either crushing them or drowning them, essentially ending the Fifth Nation for good, as they were either scattered or dead, and their leader Takaga was captured and locked up beneath Lake Valgai. Next we have Kelsang, who I mentioned before was a friend of Avatar Kuruk. After finding out that Gianzi sacrificed Yun to his spirit, Kelsang told Kyoshi to get behind him, and peacefully told Gianzi to stay away from them for good, as he was unfit to serve the Avatar anymore. Gianzi got angry with him, and he earthbended a small piece of rock to split Kelsang's throat, killing him instantly. As I just said, Gianzi sacrificed Yun to his spirit, and that spirit was known as Father Clover, and that's the next death in the timeline. When Yun woke up in the spirit world, he and the spirit fought each other, and realizing that it would be a draw, they called for a truce. Father Glowworm proposed that Yun get some of his spirit power in return for Yun bringing him innocents to feed on. But as soon as Yun accepted, he turned on the spirit and made the floor come up and crush Father Glowworm to death. Yun then ate the spirit's eyeball to absorb the spirit's essence and gain the spirit's power. Next we have Zhu Kang-on, the the ranged leader of the Yellownecks. When he and Kiyoshi were fighting, he took her down with lightning, which was unheard of at this point in time. And he then shot Rangi, Kiyoshi's girlfriend, with lightning. When Kiyoshi saw this, she entered the Avatar state and lifted Fu Ping on into the air. She then dropped him and murdered him as he died on impact. When Yun made his way back to the mortal world, he was asked to leave the shop when he asked for water but had no money to pay for it. And he was then made fun of by the owner, who asked him to waterbend, knowing full well that he was not the Avatar. This made Yun snap, and he used his bending to make the pots around the tea house become blades. And he used those blades to kill the shop owner and his 5 patrons. Then for our next death, he went back to a well where earlier a bodyguard had told him that he could not have any water, and Yun killed him too. Next is Four Shadows Guan. After Rangi had fought him and broke his leg, he was resting in bed when Gianzi came to him. After he refused to talk, Gianzi rolled up his sleeves and killed him. When Gianzi walked out and was asked if he found anything, he said he only found a corpse, referring to Guan's dead body. A chamberlain named Huey and his sages had a meeting with Gianzi, and just as Huey started to put the pieces together that Gianzi had killed Yun, the thought to be Avatar, Huey had blood drip out of his nose. Moments later, Huey and all of his sages died from their tea that Gianzi had poisoned. The next to die was Lek. Kiyoshi, Rangi, and Lek were ambushed and hit by Shirshu spit darts, rendering them all paralyzed. When Kiyoshi could finally move again, she ran over to Lek to feel his pulse, but it was not there. Lek had an allergic reaction to the dart, and he died a slow, painful death while paralyzed. Now we have Gianzi, who I must say takes the blame for a lot of deaths on this list. While Kiyoshi and Gianzi were fighting, the two were putting so much energy into fighting each other that they were both unable to move or speak. Yun then entered, and getting revenge for Gianzu sacrificing him to the spirit, he forced a rock through Gianzu's body. Yun then walked out, not even waiting for Gianzu to die, winked at Kiyoshi, and after Kiyoshi left the building, it collapsed on Gianzu. Next is Liu Beifong. Yun was on a quest for vengeance, determined to start a vicious crusade against anyone who had lied to him about his avatarhood. Yun went to Liu Beifong and murdered him, and he then dropped his dead body to the floor in the portrait gallery. Then we get to the next death, Chancellor Dayrin, the Chancellor of the Fire Nation. Yun was met by the Chancellor in the portrait gallery after he killed Liu Beifong, and Dayrin believed that Yun had nothing to earthbend. However, Yun bent the pigment in the portraits around him, and he sent sharp pellets flying toward Dayrin. As the Chancellor wasn't wearing any armor, he was mortally wounded, and even when the world-renowned healer showed up, she considered him to be already gone when she arrived on scene. And now we come to the death of Yun. We got to see an epic battle between Yun and Kiyoshi, and after Yun stabbed Kiyoshi's girlfriend Rangi in the back, Kiyoshi used an advanced healing technique to
everything's
drastically lower his
customizable,
body temperature,
so you just have
using
to
his hardened monk Sulang.
go
this
in
took Yun
and change stuff. I don't know if you can change your body here.
Shin the Conqueror was the next to lose his life.
I can't remember how you do that.
He was a horrible tyrant who was expanding his army to all corners of the continent. However, things got personal for Avatar Kiyoshi when he came to her homeland. He demanded their surrender, but Kiyoshi refused and instead split her home from the mainland. As his army ran away, Shin did not move, which resulted in him falling to his death. Avatar Kiyoshi was the next to lose her life, and she died at the old age of 230. Funnily enough, this is actually a mistake that the creators made early on in the show, as they did the math wrong, making her way older than they meant to. But they've since rolled with it, and have actually given us an explanation as to how she lived so long in the Kyoshi novels. The next death was Kyoshi's next life, Avatar Roku. One night in his old age, the volcano on his home island erupted, and he tried his best to fight it with his bending. His old friend/enemy Firelord Sozin then arrived, and the two fought the volcano together. However, as the two were running, Roku was hit by the volcano's toxic gas, and it was more than his old body could handle. When he reached out his hand to Sozin left him there to die so that he could go ahead with his plans without Roku's interference.
Alright, Psycho, do you want to do the honors of digging up the
and wrapped himself around
Chest of
Roku
Ancients, or Chest of Legends, sorry?
Sozin went ahead with his plans, and he used what is now
Well done, young man. Take that on the boat. You the man, Psycho. You got us to Emissary 5. Well done. You did. You did. Your streaming fans, they're boiling over with joy. Alright, Psycho says go. We gotta go. He gets crazy if we don't listen to him. Alright, Psycho, here's something that you need to learn about this game when you're doing Athena. Sell Athena loot first. All the other stuff is worthless. The Athena loot is worth a lot more than any of the other ones. Especially that chest you just dug up. So run that into the bar and sell it. Yes. No, more than that. That was like 40 something.
Find anything nice? You'll be back.
Oh, let's get you into something that's a little more you.
Alright, Psycho. Yeah. Hey, it's good playing with you, man. Take care. Ahoy there, lads. We don't want your loot. You can loot, you can sell your stuff in peace. We don't want it. We left you some supplies. Yeah. There's some supplies for you on the dock. Please take it. Fair winds and following seas. We're not stealing your boat, friend. We're just parking it closer. So you can have the loot over here. It looks like my friend is stealing your boat because he can't drive. But actually, he's just putting it at the dock for you. Yes, Chinese guy who has no clue what I'm saying. But I'm saying it anyway. I hope you have a good game. Good luck.
Oh, I'd get out of the roar if I were you.
My friend can actually drive better than that. It's the sloop. It's the ship. It's not him. He's a big fan of the movie Austin Powers. Yes, you should help him.
Hello there. Away and come in, it's safer indoors. Be careful out there. It's so violent.
Now referred to as Sosin's comment to finish the war and wipe out all of the air nomads, killing all of those in the southern,